Hey, so here is an update. Sorry, we are actually home now. It was kind of a crazy last few days of traveling and stuff, so I meant to send this update much sooner, but I didn't get to it. I'll try to be concise. When I'm tired, I tend to be long-winded, so I'll try to be concise. But basically, the mice in that first Airbnb, as much as it's gross to have mice, I'll probably cut in and out here a bit while I gather my brain. I have a bit of a migraine coming on too. So I'll go lay down shortly. But basically, out with the mouse house, it was a blessing actually that there were mice, believe it or not, because the whole thing was just actually very dirty and we were getting terrible sleeps. I won't go into all the details, but the water was disgusting, or like just smelled super bad. And lots of issues with that house, just didn't look maintained at all, which is weird. The reviews were super good, but we were not getting good sleeps at all. And so the mice being there actually gave us grounds to get a refund. And so for anyone wondering how that works with Airbnb, because our case was severe enough and we could get, or like we had photo evidence, then we got 30% back. That's the best that they do for the nights affected by the mice. So we had noticed the first one about a week before we left, not quite. They'd said, the host had said that we were just letting them in through the door, which we were quite sure wasn't the case, but our brains were so mushy and we kind of wanted to give the benefit of the doubt. But whatever, quickly realized that, or it took a few days, but realized that the issue was more than just letting a mouse in through the door. And so once we realized how bad it was, yeah, we reached out to Airbnb. So we got 30% back for those days affected or nights affected. And then, so that was just shy of a week. And then, we got all the nights back that we didn't spend. And then it looks like, I think the host actually gave us 2 free nights, which they weren't actually very cooperative, but it seems like they did that for us if we did the math right. So that was enough actually to cover our whole second Airbnb. So quick in between, we actually tried going to the Ronald McDonald House. We could get a referral through our clinic, and it is beautiful, super welcoming, super clean. It just wasn't quite the right fit for us. Both, it'd be too long of a drive. It was half an hour away from the clinic, and we were doing that twice a day. So it'd been 2 hours of driving a day. And then also, we were supposed to have eyes on our kids at all times, which makes sense. But when I was at therapy with JC, or John would have been, then like we would have all had to be in the same room while Jackson was napping. And we just didn't envision that working, and thankfully we got the refund, and so we were able to book a new Airbnb that was 10 minutes away from the clinic, so the same distance as the other place, just further south. Our first place was 10 minutes north of the clinic. This was 10 minutes south, in a beautiful neighborhood, and we actually found an old listing for it. It had been listed for $1.3 million the year before. So it was just gorgeous. It was actually slightly bigger than our house at home. So it was like, we had like 3,300 square feet, beautiful, super clean gas fireplace. It was just actually getting emotional, like thinking how much of a blessing it was to be able to stay there. And we actually got slightly more money back than what even the cost of the second place was. So yeah, we slept well there. The kids could play. There was still the fenced yard. So that was great. We're super grateful for that. And yeah, so it was lots of adventures mixed into one big adventure. We weren't expecting it to feel like a vacation, but we did get some special times in the mix. We had only 4 days off actually outside of the travel time. 4 days off of Jace's therapy, and we were able to go to church twice. We went to Center Street Church in Calgary, which was super great church. They had an awesome disability ministry, so there's lots of other people there with special needs. Very welcoming. Like the greeter remembered us from the week before, and Ron Pierce was actually speaking, so he speaks at our church too sometimes, and with Empower Ministries, I believe. And yeah, we got to go to Drumheller. We got to go visit we went to two different of my aunt's houses in Three Hills and Strathmore. And so we got to see family, which was a big blessing. It was great seeing you all there. And we went to the zoo and we went to Lake Louise. So I still need to send a little, or put a little video on here about Drumheller. But yeah, so all in all, it was a very good time. Yeah, with JC's therapy, she definitely made progress for sure, setting up taller, stronger, more relationally engaged. Oh yeah, so there's two things. One, we actually had put her sitting at the Airbnb in like a armchair, sofa chair. So even just that we could like trust her to sit there for a while without us being right there was huge. And then she started to tip over, and she actually put her hand down to brace herself and push herself up. And she just never has had any kind of like self-protection, like instincts or whatever. And so the fact that she was like trying to catch herself and push herself back up is a huge milestone for her. And then also when one of the therapists during one of the OT sessions, oral motor therapy with the vibration, she was like getting bothered by the sensation. She tried to like push the vibration thing away. It's called Z-Vibe. She tried to push that tool away, and that too, she's never ever done anything like that before. So she's definitely building new pathways. So yeah, and all the therapists and everybody there were amazing. Yeah, so many good people. Yeah, and even just another small story at the zoo, a lady blessed us with, she saw us going to pay, and she's like, oh, I have an extra member pass. So it gave us like one free adult pass and then plus a discount for everybody. So I think we got about $100 off from that. Yeah, so no, and lots of super special family moments. We've seen all three of our other kids engage with JC in like a deeper way, or like, I don't know, that you can just see that their hearts are even more drawn to her, or yeah, they're more nurturing towards her, which is very sweet to see. And she loves it too. Yeah, really proud of our kiddos and how they did. And yeah, I think that's the summary. We're happy to be home. It's crazy how weird it feels to be back home after 3 weeks. Like the house itself felt strange. I forgot where our dish towels were and stuff. But yeah, anyway, sorry, this is a long summary. Thanks for those who stuck it this long. But yeah, thank you so much for all the support.